So this is going to be a short little addition to the video. So I stated when I did my last inspection, I had put a super on top of this box. And some of these hives, even though I know we're in a good flow, yeah, it's a drought, but they're bringing in a lot of nectar and making a lot of honey. They still didn't want to go up in the super. So they was just drawing burr comb on top of the deep instead of drawing the super out because they're all blank foundations. I don't have any drawn comb. So I put the super under to kind of force them to start drawing it out, and then I'll come back a week later and I'll move it. I'm going to open that up in a second and show you. There's going to be burr comb everywhere, I can already tell you. But when I put that back on top of the deep, they'll go back into it and finish drawing it. And then this one, for example, I can show you this box. This box has been on here a week, right? 2 completely full deep boxes, right? So they need, they need that space, and it's just empty in there. It's empty. There's no bees, 1, 2 bees maybe up in this box, and they're not doing anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap this box. I guess you could say I'm going to demarate it. I'm going to put the super in between the 2 deeps. Now keep in mind, I'm going to leave this a week, and when I come back in a week, or it may be 5 days, I have to go through this box completely to make sure that they didn't make any queen cells, because the 2 boxes are going to be separated by an empty space. So more than likely, they're going to start drawing queen cells up here. It's just something that you got to keep in mind. That's not an issue when it's a single deep and I'm moving the super from the bottom to the top. There's no issue because there shouldn't be any eggs in here. And if there is eggs in here, it's not going to matter when I put it on top. They're just going to keep doing what they're doing. And then this one, this hive was already drawing the super. So when I added this box, I didn't have to do anything special with this one because they were already working the super. So they're 6 frames deep on that super. Well, that's a surprise. They didn't actually draw any burr comb, but it does look like they're in there working on the super. So I'm going to go ahead and swap it. They didn't put any burr comb in this one. And it's weird how one hive won't draw burr comb out, and then one hive will pack that thing slap full of burr comb. So interestingly enough, they have 3 frames in the bottom that are primarily honey, and then they have like 7 frames in the top that are primarily honey now. The new frames, they drew out wonky, kind of not straight, almost like drone comb on a regular frame. It's not super jacked up, but they're just storing honey in it. So looks like this deep is going to be honey primarily. It's heavy. So hopefully they'll get started on that super, and then I can put that super up there, and hopefully they'll move some of that honey. She's got 7 frames of brood in the bottom box, so I'm not super worried about that, but may make it difficult because I want to try to graft out of her this year. But it's just one of those things where you just got to kind of do things and see how they act and learn from that experience. You know, so I didn't see a bunch of new eggs in the top box, but I'm pretty sure the queen was in the top box because the whole bottom box was laid out with eggs and larvae, and I didn't see her in the bottom box. I just went through it real quick. And so I'm pretty sure she was in the top box looking for somewhere to lay, which there's some open area up there, so she can lay some eggs in there. But there's also some open area down here still. There's like half a frame of brood that just emerged, but it didn't look like they had cleaned the cells yet. So hopefully they'll start drawing this super out in the next couple of days, and then I can move it back to the top and we can proceed on with making honey. I'm gonna wait till this weekend, and then this hive and this hive are gonna get supers this weekend, and I'm probably just gonna stick them right in the middle. And again, it comes back to the fact that I don't have any drawn comb, and I'm just putting a whole box on there and I'm using wax foundations in all my supers, but I'm putting a whole box on there that's just blank foundation. And you know, they don't want to go in that empty space. But if you put it on the bottom or you put it in the middle, they have to go in that empty space. So they jump in there immediately and start drawing it out. And the weird thing is there's not like a lot of actual information on the internet or even in videos of YouTubers about this. I mean, there's a little bit, like, you know, they talk about how bees don't want to draw blank frames, and all you need to do is add a comb that's been drawn. Well, I don't have any, so I can't just add a frame into a medium box. Like, I mean, what am I supposed to do? Take a frame out of the deep and put it in the medium and then slide that frame down in the medium? And that just seems like a nightmare waiting to happen. And so this is really the only solution, is to technically under super. But most of the time when you look up under supering, it refers to putting a new box under an already drawn super. So you would have a super like right here, and then you would pick that super up and put your new box under. But here I only have brood boxes. I don't have a drawn super. So like by definition, I don't think you would call this under supering, but it really is under supering. I don't know.